Hello, and welcome to another episode of Market House, the podcast where we talk all things Disney. My name's Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
And this week we talk about Runaway Railway getting a virtual queue.
Disney resumes sales on Magic Keys.
And we play a game of this or that for the 100th anniversary. Let's dive in. All right, and this is episode number 67, and looking forward to diving in. It's going to be a good one.
It.
Yeah, we are back at
Got
it.
some exciting things to go over today.
Yeah, a little sooner than usual. We are kind of pre-recording this, I guess you can say. Recording a couple days earlier than usual, because by the time you're hearing this, we will be in Disneyland.
Yes, so if any crazy news breaks out, please visit Instagram.
Yeah.
Go check us out.
Exactly. We may not have the most breaking news this week,
Yes.
but we have news.
We do.
Yeah. But before we do that, what have we been up to?
Well, first off, I'm super excited to talk about this because we started season 2 of the Animal Kingdom show
Yeah,
on Disney
forget
Plus.
the exact name, but
Yeah.
yes, the Animal Kingdom
Like animal
show.
It's so good.
I love that show. It's so fun.
It's already brought tears to my eyes.
I know.
We won't spoil anything.
Yeah, no spoilers, but just a great show. It's a good feel good for the most part.
Yeah.
And,
And
yeah,
it's cool that you get to see behind the scenes and see what the cast members get to do with the animals. And
it blows my mind they have that many like vet staff, and I guess it makes sense, right? They have such
Yeah.
a giant park filled with animals, so it makes sense they have all those people, but seeing it is pretty crazy.
yeah, and the animals are so well taken care of. And there's just so many different areas of expertise.
Yeah.
Like people for rhinos, there's some for penguins. It's crazy. So I
Very
highly
cool.
recommend that show.
Yeah, very good show. And we also started The Last of Us, a non-Disney show, but I was super excited because I played the games, loved them, and when I
Very
heard
adult.
it's very adult.
Yes.
So
No,
not
sorry, kiddos.
yeah, not a family-friendly show, but once they go to bed,
Yes.
mom and dad put this on because it is
So good. And it has, I'm forgetting his name.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, slightly Disney related because he's the Mandalorian.
He is Mando.
Yes.
And that comes out, they announced March 1st.
Yes.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Cannot
for
wait.
that.
But really quick, before we dive into the usual stuff, we do have a quick correction from last week's episode. Megan, or Meg, I think she goes, I don't know. There's an
Yes.
Instagram name, there's a real name. But she reached out on Instagram, was very kind, and said, hey, just want to let you know that I listened to the episode, and Genie Plus / PhotoPass, how those work together in Disney World, is slightly different than Disneyland. So I was over here spouting off like, hey, they finally have PhotoPass included with Genie Plus. Great. And I just moved on. That's not the case. Apparently, in Disney World, it's just attraction photos that are included in Genie Plus.
Yeah.
So not full-fledged PhotoPass like we get over here from the camera,
Right.
what do you call those people? Photographers?
Yes.
and ride photos, everything. No, they just attractions over in Disney World.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much to Meg or Megan. We really appreciate you reaching out and again letting us know.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
That was awesome.
That was super helpful. I did not know that. So that was great. I'm sure a lot of people are confused by that because I don't know why they treat them differently, but they do. Go really quick, consider leaving a review on Apple Podcast and Spotify, a giant help to the show. Also, share this with a friend if they're interested in Disney or you want to make them interested in Disney. You can send them this episode or any of the ones you like and let them have a listen. Another way of supporting the show is if you're planning a trip to the parks, you can use our Undercover Tourist link, which is in the episode details, description, what have you, and you can click that. It'll save you money, but it also supports the show.
And speaking of reviews, we have a review to read this week.
We
which
do.
Is so exciting. The title of this review is Disneyland versus Disney World, and it's written by Ramos Girls Gma. The review goes, I just can't get enough of this podcast. It's so informative and entertaining. I'm learning so much just based on Caleb and Caitlin's personal experiences. They both have a great sense of humor. I hope our paths cross someday soon. Hashtag go Disneyland.
Thank
I
you.
love that. Thank you so much. I do hope our paths cross.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
maybe we'll run into the parks or run into each
Yeah.
other at the parks. That'd be awesome. So thank you so much. I totally read that as Ramos Girls GMA, like Good Morning America,
No.
not GMA. So thank you. I'm glad you read that because I would have been like, she's a Good Morning America fan. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for leaving that review. Super appreciative of that. All right, let's dive into the news. right, our first news story has to do with that new ride over in Toontown, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
I am so excited.
Super
for this ride.
excited. This, we got some information about how the virtual queue is going to work. So people are actually calling on Twitter and Instagram and stuff saying, watch Disney just, the 27th comes around. This is when the ride opens. And we have no idea. People are just going to have to go wait in line and see
For
what happens.
hours on end.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Actually, they were prepared this time, which we all appreciate. But they released some information about how that virtual queue system is going to work. Spoiler alert, it pretty much works exactly as Rise of the Resistance works. So if you guys got virtual queues for that, it's the same exact system. But let me read what Disney has said. And again, the way they word things can kind of get confusing, but it's pretty simple. So guests with a valid ticket and theme park reservation for the same day may have two opportunities to join the virtual queue via the Disneyland app. To access the virtual queue in the morning, guests must have a valid ticket and theme park reservation for Disneyland. Guests can confirm their designated party starting at 6 a.m.
Whoa.
Wake up early, and then check for an available boarding group starting at 7.
Oh, okay. So you're not getting the actual boarding group
No,
at 6
I think
a.m.
they're just saying you can verify your party and make sure all that stuff. Because remember, we tried to get one with my family and we weren't all in the same party.
Yeah, it was a mess.
It was a mess. So this gives people an hour to prep, which is cool.
Awesome.
To access the virtual queue later in the day, guests must have entered Disneyland Park with a one park ticket or park hopper ticket, or Disney California Adventure Park with the park hopper ticket. Good grief. Guests can confirm their designated party starting at noon, and then check for an available boarding group starting at 1.
Okay.
So I say all that to say is basically you're going to check at 7 a.m. and try and click that button as fast as humanly possible, and then do the same thing at 1 p.m. To try and get into that new ride.
Yeah, and again, as Caleb said, it's very similar to Rise of the Resistance. If you do get a boarding group, once that boarding group is ready, you will get a notification, and then you can head to the ride.
Exactly.
So,
and it's a beautiful feeling once you get that boarding pass. Everyone cheers. And a fun story really quick. It's going to be 30 seconds. Last time we had to get a virtual queue, my poor mom. So
oh no,
it was 1 o'clock and 12:53, we sit down and we're like, okay, let's prep, pull your phone out, and everyone's whatever. So I've got mine out. Caitlin and I are in one corner. I'm showing my mom how to do it. And long story short, 1 o'clock came. I clicked it super fast. We got it. And then my mom was like, what happened?
And your brother got it and his girlfriend got it.
So
and it was
we should have done the whole one party thing and got everyone on one
Yeah.
app. But I just don't know what we were thinking. But my poor mom and dad and my little brother didn't get one. So we had to wait for the next day. It was a whole pain. But at the end of the day, just make sure your party is confirmed and everyone's on it.
Yes, and I had one thing revolving around that. Make sure that if you do get a boarding group that you screenshot that.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Sometimes it does glitch, and if it glitches, sometimes the cast member will go, sorry, like if you need to have it on your phone or if the app shuts down, whatever it is, just take a screenshot of it if you do get a boarding group.
Great tip there.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the next one.
All right, next up we have some super exciting news. Magic Keys are back on sale.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
That was unexpected.
It came quicker than I thought. However, I did notice that one Magic Key was not available. Only the Enchant was available for renewal, which I thought was quite interesting.
So that means they're pretty much probably at capacity, their new capacity, right, for Magic Keys.
Okay.
And so they don't want to sell anymore and saturate, I guess, the market with too many Magic Key.
Yeah. Do you think it's like a super popular one? Is that why
For
it's...
sure.
Okay.
I mean, that's why we downgraded to it.
That's true.
It's like, I think it pretty much pays for itself after about like 6 or 7 park visits.
Okay.
That's like using Park Hopper,
Days. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a pretty popular one because it's good for people that both live far away from the parks. A lot of people commute and fly down from like Utah and Idaho. And
Yeah.
so it's a great, pass, especially for us, right? We're about an hour flight, 8 hours drive. We're not locals, so we don't need constant access.
Yeah, so as of January 17th, the passes went on sale. And as of the 18th, when we are when we're recording this episode, the passes are still available for purchase.
Yeah, so
it's
none
great.
of them sold out, which is right?
It's an interesting sign, though.
I
I'm
know.
like, did they add a ton of Magic Keys? Are people just not buying them?
I don't know. So they're still on there, and they have like a queuing system, and I waited 45 seconds and I was in, so there's not a lot of people on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, if you want a Magic Key, I'd hop on there and get it. Don't wait too long if you really are interested, but this is the longest we've seen them back on sale.
All right, next up we have some East Coast news. It looks like the Flower and Garden Festival will be returning to Epcot.
Yeah, super exciting. This is their longest running festival, I think.
Yeah,
during
it starts March 1st and then it runs through July 5th. So it's quite lengthy, but it is a beautiful festival.
It's gorgeous. We went, the last time we went to, what's it called? Disney World was during this time, right?
Yes.
Except, wait, we went in February last time and it was running in February.
Really?
How was that possible? I think so. But anyways, nope, we went in April.
Yeah, last year's it was April.
We went in April.
Yes, exactly.
So we went in April, and it was the flowers, the topiaries they have everywhere.
It's beautiful.
So cool. We went by the Winnie the Pooh one.
And I have to admit, I think I like the food better at that festival.
Really?
Which doesn't make sense because food and wine sounds better. For you, options like gluten-free, they seem to have better options at that one.
I don't remember.
Remember that honey cornbread?
I do remember that.
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
That was delish. But for the first time, topiaries of Mirabel, Antonio, Isabella, and Luisa, which you already know from Disney's Encanto, will make a grand appearance at the festival. So they're right front and center when you walk in. It's all these topiaries. So if you're an Encanto fan, this is the time to go.
That's awesome.
Yes, and then also a new thing at this festival, you can commemorate your visit with official 70s-inspired Orange Bird merchandise. It's calling my name, including apparel, headwear, drinkware, and much more.
Who doesn't love the Orange Bird?
I love the Orange Bird.
It's so retro looking and it's amazing.
Yeah, so yes, Flower and Garden, March 1st through July
5th.
July 5th. All right, and our final news story takes place on the high seas with Disney Cruise Line. They are celebrating 25 years, and they're calling it the Silver Celebration at Sea, and it runs May through September of 2023.
That's
It's very quick.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are on the ships during this time, this is what you can expect to experience. There's a new fireworks show. Let me read off the description here. The dazzling spectacle will be set to the tunes of iconic and beloved Disney music, and anchoring the show will be a brand new signature song created especially for the Silver Anniversary at Sea.
That's amazing.
The 25th anniversary fireworks show will be featured on most Bohemian, Caribbean, and Mediterranean cruises this summer.
So, one really quick thought. Is it still true that the fireworks are made out of fish food?
Yes. So apparently the casing of the fireworks,
Okay.
that's the thing that comes down, right?
Right.
Most of it, I think,
the water.
kind of blows up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, what comes back down the water, it's not like plastic or cardboard or anything. It's fish food.
That is amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
That's one thing that we did miss out on the Alaska cruise, obviously.
No fireworks.
Well, we can't do it there, but we did miss it. So it's so
Yes.
fun during the Bohemian ones to see like the pirate night.
Yes, get that new fireworks
Yeah.
show. But really quick, I think I said beloved. It's a very old school way of saying it. Beloved. Let's go with beloved Disney characters.
Okay.
When I said it, I was like, why did I say it that way?
Okay.
On one evening, each cruise, guests will be invited to join their ship's captain and cruise director in the atrium for an anniversary toast.
Oh.
This festive affair will feature appearances from Captain Mickey Mouse and Captain Minnie Mouse, dressed for the occasion in their shimmery new looks, of course, and a delightful rendition of the Silver Anniversary at Sea theme song.
Interesting.
A nice little cocktail hour with the captain. And
This totally reminds me of the Alaska cruise. Remember when the seas were really rough?
they were just trying to
They
distract
gave-
us with alcohol.
They gave alcohol to literally everybody.
Yeah, so it was super rocky, and they said, "Hey, warning, this is gonna be a crazy night.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be rocking all over the place. My bad. Kind of like our apologies. We can't control the weather, but it's gonna be a rough night." And if you haven't listened to our Disney Cruise Line trip report, go back and do that. It was
Yes.
a fun, very fun trip. But really quick, yes. So instead of saying go to your rooms and like whatever, it was a hey, captain's treat, and they just had a bunch of free alcohol.
Yes, and the cast members were just walking around with just trays filled. Which again, you know what? You want to do that, you do you. But my idea, I'm like, I'm already getting motion sick.
The last thing I want to do is introduce that
Yes,
kind of
and it was
liquid.
rough that night.
It was.
It was rough.
I'm glad we didn't partake in the free drinks. Fun fact.
Hot cocoa, yes.
Yes.
Everything else, no.
My uncle was a cruise captain.
He was.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just retired. But
That's so neat.
not for Disney, though. Come on, Uncle. No, we're excited to announce that all Castaway Club members who sailed during the Silver Anniversary at Sea this summer will receive a limited edition framed art print in their stateroom to commemorate the once-in-a-lifetime celebration until supplies last.
Castaway Club.
Right? So it pretty much that means if you sailed at least once on Disney Cruise Line, you are part of their Castaway Club membership thing, and you're getting a free picture if you're just on the ship, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Hey, and by the way, if any of you are cruising during that time, during that special celebration, definitely let us know because we're so curious on who's taking what cruise and when you're going, what ship it's on. So send us a message.
Yes, so we can be jealous and think of it.
Yeah,
at
we
home.
know a couple people going on the Wish coming up. So I know.
So
We
awesome.
haven't done that yet. We'll see.
Okay. All right, so we're about to start something that's brand new to Market House. We have a little Q&A session going on here. So we
Yes.
went to Instagram and asked you guys, what would you like to ask us and hear us kind of ramble about? And these are the questions we got.
Yes, and first off, I just want to say thank you so much for all the responses.
Yeah,
Like, we
seriously.
got quite a few, and we're so excited. So thank you.
Very excited. So let's go through here and answer these questions. First up, we've got from Sent from Disneyland. What year would you go back to and experience Disneyland?
Ooh, this is a great one.
It's a very good question. I've had to think about this the last couple of days. I'll go first.
Okay.
I will say 1955. I know
Okay.
it's kind of a easy answer, but I'd love to see it in its OG state, like week 4. Like go in
Ooh.
and walk through, and they worked out the kinks a little bit, right? For the first couple weeks we heard it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But just walk through and see Walt's original creation. I think that'd be awesome.
That
And to
would've
see
been
him walk
awesome.
through the parks,
Or him give his opening day.
that'd be
speech.
amazing.
That would
That'd
have
be
been
cool.
awesome. Okay, well, mine's not as great as that. But so there was an event, it happened a couple times, I believe, during the 1950s and 1960s. It was date night in Disneyland. And I think this is the coolest, like most retro event. They try and copy it, I feel like, with the Sweethearts Night, but nothing ever goes back to how they did it.
The
back
old
then.
ads are so cool to see.
They're amazing. And
Yeah.
it's literally, it was advertised as a date night. Like you would bring your significant other, you'd go and you'd
Bring
be
your
all
honey
dressed
to the-
up.
yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, that sounds so fun to me. So it sounds silly, but that's what I would want to do.
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah.
I like it. It's like back when it was like simpler times. They were definitely not perfect. I love, again, when growing up and stuff, I'd always tell my, mom and dad, like, I'd love to live back in the 50s. That's when things were better. And they'd have to say like,
I'm
well,
like, I
it wasn't
don't
a
know.
great time for everyone. So yeah, after,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways,
Relative, yeah.
that is that's a good answer. Okay. You want to take the next one?
Yes. So next up from Andrea Bailey, KX2. The question is, if you could only choose one, would you rather rope drop or park close? This is a very easy one for me.
It's easy for me too.
It's park close.
It's park close. Like I just choked.
Oh
Park close and choked up there. It just makes me emotional. No, I am not the best morning person. I'm a little grumpy in the morning. I'm a night owl, so I stay up naturally. I'm up by midnight anyways, and so
Yeah.
that's just kind of my natural sleep cycle. So yeah, going to the parks and seeing the parks at nighttime, because I don't know if we rope dropped, I would make it too far into the night.
Right.
I'd probably dip out pretty close after dinner because I'm an old man now, and I'd go and sit at the hotel. So knowing I'd miss most of the night would be a bummer.
Yeah, I just think there's something to do with, or something to see with the parks at night. Like they're just beautiful, and being able to get like that last minute Splash Mountain ride in before like park closing. So definitely.
Yes,
Park close.
I wish I was more of a morning person. Sometimes
I think you've gotten better. You're not like mean or
No,
anything.
no.
You just take a little bit to wake up.
That's
That's
true.
it. Unlike me, where I'm like, good morning.
Yes,
How are
very
you?
very chipper and ready to take on the day. All right, next up from Adventures in Millerland. Hello, guys. If you had to choose 5 nights at the Grand Californian Hotel Club level with the parks, or a 7-night Disney Cruise Line cruise concierge level.
This one's another easy one for me.
Okay, this was not easy for me, but go ahead.
Really? You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so my choice would be the Grand Californian Club level.
Really?
With parks, only because it's always been a bucket list item for me. I've never stayed there. Caleb has with his family a long time ago. So I think just being able to get like that room, like our dream room is getting one that overlooks Grizzly River Run. So being able to have that experience club level, I have no idea what that entails. I know you get to do like cookies and milk during
I think there's more to it than that. They have they
Yeah.
have like a lounge that you can access.
Yeah, and there's food that
Yeah.
you can. But I have to say, I have heard some not so great things. Basically saying that it might not be worth it anymore.
I don't
It
think
used
was,
to be.
I don't think the review was like it was a bad experience.
No,
it was just
for the
was,
price.
Yeah, I think it was an additional. This person paid an additional $250 a night.
Just for club level,
Gosh.
which is expensive. So to me, it'd be the Grand Californian.
Okay.
What about you?
This was hard because I love the Grand Californian. I haven't stayed there in years, and I'm gonna have to go 7-night DCL concierge cruise because I've seen so many videos on YouTube of concierge level and what it comes with, and that cool lounge you get to access, the private like sun deck and pool. That is cool.
It's pretty awesome.
That is really nice because, DCL can get a little busy up on the top deck, and to have your own little bubble, that'd be amazing.
And you get access to the cabanas at Castaway Cay.
Yes, well, like you get first dibs.
Yes, which they go so quickly.
So you get to spend an additional $500 and be the first person to do it.
It's so true.
That was a great question.
Yes, it was. Okay, so next up, again from Andrea Bailey, KX2, we have best budget things to do in Anaheim on non-park days besides downtown Disney. This is a great question.
It's a great question.
Why don't you take it?
Yeah, so if you have a car, like when we go down, we don't have one. We have to do Uber just because we fly and we don't want to rent a car since we're at the parks for 99.9% of our time. But if you have a car, so if you drive down there or if you decide to rent a car, I would say go experience those LA beaches. Like go to Huntington Beach. Newport Beach is gorgeous.
That's one of our favorites.
Yes. Caitlin's got some family down there. And so Costa Mesa is an awesome town to go visit. They've got Sidecar Donuts.
Yeah, if you are looking for donuts, definitely go check out Sidecar. That is one of our favorite donut spots in LA.
So delish. But if you don't, I'm going to go if you don't have a car as well. You can walk over to the Anaheim Garden Walk.
Oh, yes.
Kind of a walk. It's kind of more of the same of a downtown Disney. I mean, not as cool as downtown Disney, to be honest, but it's more shops, more varieties, more restaurants if you want something within walkable distance. The next would be, I don't know, like a budget thing to do would kind of resort hop. So I would go to the Disneyland area and check out the Disneyland Hotel and kind of tour the grounds. It's gorgeous. Same with the Grand Californian. Go sit in the lobby, go sit next to that fireplace. And just take a break. I don't know.
My thing would be like maybe the Grove. That'd be pretty awesome to go to.
With a car, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think. There are some activities for kids. One of my cousins loves to go. There's like our indoor rock climbing place.
Yeah.
In between, it's
Cinder
on
One.
the way. Yeah,
Cinder
Cinder
One.
One. It's on the way to Costa Mesa. They love going there. So there's a ton of things to do. Again, our choice, what we would just go towards Costa Mesa, towards Huntington Beach. We'd have a beach day, have sandwiches on the beach, go for a walk, kind of explore. With the little ones, you need obviously more activities. So I would definitely check out Cinder One.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got a question from lovely mom. What's your favorite gluten-free food and restaurant in Disneyland or Disney World? Gosh, this is tough.
This is a tough one.
Super, super tough.
I don't even know where to begin.
I know. Do you have one top of mind?
Well, I don't, you know what? It's kind of hard for me because if I had to choose a gluten-free item for you that you don't get a lot, I would have to say the Galactic Grill and getting the breakfast sandwich because you don't get that
That's
anywhere
true.
at home.
That's true.
As far as like quality, I would have to say probably Lamplight Lounge because you can have a burger there. There's just multiple dishes other than like the nachos. But again, if you're talking breakfast, Carnation has waffles for you. So I don't know. That's a hard one.
Okay.
And then there's Flo's.
Well, yeah. I don't think it's going to be on the top of my list. I like Flo's.
Since obviously you have celiac, what's your favorite?
Yeah, I'm going to go. It's going to be in Disney World. I think I'm going to go Three Bridges.
I thought we were talking about Disneyland.
It's Disneyland or Disney World.
Oh, okay. Three Bridges for sure. That takes the cake.
That place was delicious. They had a million options for me. They had wings. They had churros, which was insane. This is the restaurant out in the middle of the lagoon at Coronado Springs.
Yeah, so the Grandisino Tower area.
Yeah, so we stayed at the Grandisino Tower, and we just walked across this bridge, and it's this beautiful restaurant. And anyways, they had a bunch of options, and all of them were amazing. All of them were amazing.
That's a great one. You know what? I'm going to actually say I have mine, Skipper's Canteen.
Okay.
It's
both East Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite restaurant over there. And I get that I can't believe it's not chicken or something like that.
It's delish.
Yeah, something like that. All right, next question is from Ryback Debbie. This is a great question. I actually just asked Caleb this question this other day. She asked, can I add a Disney gift card to my Disneyland app? And I actually did not know that you couldn't.
Yeah, so Caitlin was convinced. She got some little Disney gift cards for her birthday. So she said, hey, let's just add this to the account. And I said, what account? And she said, the Disney account. And I said, we don't have one. So no, you have to be staying on property to be able to add gift cards to basically your Disney account.
I don't really understand that.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess my question to you is how would you access the funds if you added it to a Disney account?
I think the same way you do it like a store. Like I'm able to do that with other stores I shop at.
You can't, I don't think you can load like Abercrombie gift cards to Abercrombie.com, right? You just use them when you use them.
Yeah, but like, for example, like
I don't think that's how it works.
Lululemon, they let you do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you just load it on because again, you have an account with them and
Okay.
it stores your information.
Oh, I didn't know
This
that.
is totally off topic,
Okay.
but
Anyways,
I thought since
yes.
you logged in, yeah.
I do think it'd be a cool concept. I don't see Disney and IT do not mix very well. So I
Okay.
don't see them adopting this anytime soon.
I wish they would because
I wish they would too.
it'd be
Because
awesome.
yeah, you've got a scannable ticket on your phone. So why can't they attach it that way? I totally get it, but they're not very good at that stuff.
Yeah.
So no, I don't believe you can. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Okay, next question. We have a few actually from Danny Fandoms. Hey Danny, what's up? What is your favorite land in the parks?
Ooh.
Great question. I'm gonna go
Okay, you go first.
Adventureland.
Yep.
It's been my favorite since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That bazaar, that store right there. It's ingrained in my brain. The music loop, it's just amazing.
That's my
The
favorite as well.
theming's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm really sad that all the construction walls are up right
I
now.
know.
Which is a bummer.
We leave in a few days and it's going to be all under
Yeah,
construction.
but it's for good cause. They're fixing Indy.
Yes.
So it'll be good.
Much needed. Next question from Danny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Ooh.
I almost took it.
Which fictional character do you relate to most?
That's a great
I'm
question.
going to have you go first on this one.
I should have thought about this before. I didn't. Which fictional character do you relate to most? Oh my gosh, this is a good one. I don't know. You go.
Can we come back to this one?
No, you go first.
No, I'm not ready yet.
Okay, let's come back.
Everything. Okay, we'll
Danny,
come back.
I'm sorry. We'll come back to it. You have another great one. If you could choose a Disney sidekick for one another, who would it be?
Ooh.
For one another, who would it be?
Oh my gosh.
For you, I'm going LeFou. I'm just kidding. That's just the first one that came to my head.
Okay, let's rewind.
Josh Gad version.
Okay, who do you think? I have yours.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I would do Dory for you.
Oh, because I'm forgetful?
No, it's a sidekick for you, not
Oh.
that you're the sidekick.
Oh, I thought we were picking for the sidekick.
Oh, well, I thought it said if you could choose a Disney sidekick for one another, who would it be?
Oh, that's good.
So
get that,
I think
get
your
that.
sidekick would be Dory
Okay.
because it's kind of reminiscent of me singing all the time because she likes to sing.
And I'm Marlon. Just kind of going
And you
about.
love Nemo, so I'd choose Dory.
I do love Nemo.
Yeah.
Okay, for you, I'm gonna go. Oh man, why is it like I blank right when I'm gonna stick with my first LeFou, just for comic relief.
I can't even understand this.
I'm just gonna go with it.
You know who I wish he's not considered a sidekick, but I wish you would have said Wally. I love
Oh,
Wally.
he's not a sidekick.
Yeah, or Bing Bong. He's
Okay.
not a sidekick.
Not really, but that's okay. I like it. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go back. Which fictional character do you relate to most? And I'm gonna go with let's go. Oh, this is such a good question. It just hurts my brain.
Okay.
Can I go, you know what? Can I go the dad from Inside Out?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
Why?
Guy's just trying to go to work and do his thing, and his daughter's just going through. I just feel like I can totally empathize. Like I can go. I don't have a daughter.
I was like, what?
I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm like the guy's just trying to do his best for his family, and they moved to San Francisco, and they don't like it, and I feel for him.
Well, yeah. Why do you resonate with that?
I just feel like at some point in my life I'm gonna experience something like that, and I'm like, I feel for you, man.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just the first thing that came to my head.
Okay. That's great.
I don't know. Maybe if I have a daughter or son, I'm gonna have this moment where I'm like, I don't understand you.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be funny, but I think at first I wanted to say Belle, but then I feel weird. Like
I love Belle.
I feel weird picking.
You are
a
totally.
princess.
That's your picture from on our
On
Disney
Plus.
Disney
Okay, I'll just go with Belle. I love reading, and I love.
and singing in courtyards.
I do love singing, and I don't know. It's just something about her. She seems very just adventurous, and I just love her. I've always loved her.
I love it. The
I'm just
Emma
gonna choose her.
Watson Belle or animated
Emma Watson.
Belle?
Ah,
What?
no, animated Belle.
Okay.
Emma Watson. I love her, but I think I like the animated.
Okay.
I think she's a little. Yeah, she's
Okay.
nice.
Cool. All right. So finally, the last question is from Tina. Hello, Tina. Really quick shout out to
Oh,
Tina.
Tina, we love you.
She has been around since like the very beginning, has supported us just throughout this whole entire thing when we were probably very terrible at this. So thank you so much.
You are the sweetest.
You are awesome. She has a question here. If you could create one land, what would be the theme and what rides would you have?
Ooh, so I already know mine. I would create a Inside Out land.
Yeah.
And I would theme it off of the different lands, like core memories from Riley's, like in her brain.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be awesome. I love how colorful, like Emotional Whirlwind is in DCA.
Yeah.
So just being able to theme a whole park. Now, again, I don't know if people love it as much as I do, but I have big plans for it.
I love it.
So I hope it comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm going to have to go with Tangled.
Oh, okay.
This is not only one of my favorite Disney movies, but also the cruise line has done a fantastic job at adapting some locations to Tangled. So there's the bar, which I'm forgetting the name, the Ugly Duckling?
I think so.
Okay,
Is it the
Snuggly Duckling? Snuggly
I
Duckling.
think it's a Snuggly Duckling.
I would love to see, that would be an awesome dining location. You could have a total, just a Tangled dark ride would be absolutely amazing. You can have her tower just like we have in Disneyland,
Yeah.
but maybe a bigger scale.
Mhm.
You can have the little village there. You can go into her house, right? In the tree.
Yeah. They had
Almost
the
like-
tower at Disney World, I think, not Disneyland.
No, we have one.
Oh, we do.
In the part of Fantasyland we never go to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Fantasy Fair. Or
That's
something like that.
right.
Yeah, so anyways, I think I would do Tangled, and I would have, again, a Tangled dark ride, the Snuggly Duckling, a kind of attraction, a walkthrough attraction of
Okay.
her house in the tree house. Yeah,
And Bing Bong.
sure. Throw Bing Bong in there.
Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for all the questions. We really appreciate your time, and we love being able to do that. So, again, you're awesome.
Yes, you are. All right, you know what that cash register sound means. It's time to spend some money with Shop the Mouse with Market
Market
House. Caitlin,
House.
what items do we have this week?
Okay, guys, I hope you're ready because we've got some sweatshirts and I'm excited.
Let's do it.
More things to buy. So first up, we have a white pullover. It has the classic Mickey Mouse logo on the front, and it says either Walt Disney World or there is a Disneyland version that we will get to in a moment.
All right, love for both coasts.
Yes. So the Walt Disney World version only currently on Shop Disney comes in white and like a bluish color. But it's super cute. Again, it's $54.99. That seems to be the normal price for that.
It's expensive.
It looks like the one that they just had, though. They had like a creamy colored
okay.
one.
All
So
right.
it's just another rendition of that. And then again, next up, like I just mentioned, there is a Disneyland version. However, it's different colors. So the Disneyland one has kind of like a heathered gray, and then there's a white again. They're super cute. Like I hope
Yeah,
we get one on our next
I
trip.
might pick up the gray one.
The gray one's my favorite.
Yeah.
And again, Disneyland, Disney World, whatever.
Same price.
Yes, same price, $54.99. And lastly, since the day we were recording this is Winnie the Pooh Day, which I did not know.
I did not know that.
We have a new magic band that's themed of Winnie the Pooh, and this is the cutest band I've ever seen. In the middle of it, it has a honey pot, and then surrounding it, it has Pooh Bear with his little honey pots and bumblebees all
Aw,
around it.
It's made for you.
It's so cute. So again, I am getting more and more obsessed with these little magic bands, and I'm thinking about getting the Winnie the Pooh one,
Oh.
but we'll see.
All right, options. You have a lot of options.
Yes. So again, short and sweet this week, but go check out the new merch that we have, and again, let us know if you buy any.
All right, and that brings us to our main segment of this week's episode, and that is a Disney's 100th anniversary celebration, this or that.
Yes, I'm super excited. Again, everyone is just getting ready for this big celebration that's coming on the 27th. So I thought we would kind of go through this little this or that game and kind of explore what's going to be going on both sides of the country.
Okay, I
All
love
right.
it. Okay, so first question is, if you could only see one show, World of Color 1, or Happily Ever After returning at Magic Kingdom. So Happily Ever After we've seen before, but it is a classic. So the question is, would you rather see World of Color 1, a brand new show, or go with the classic Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom?
Ooh, this is a good one. I'd have to say Magic Kingdom and
Really?
Happily Ever After fireworks show. It is that show. I have no idea. It makes me cry. I love it so much.
Okay, that
Yeah.
surprises me.
Yeah.
It's a great show, don't get me wrong. I'm totally going to go opposite and go World of Color 1
Okay.
because I am a World of Color fan.
Me too, but it's just the new rendition. Remember? So you can technically see the old World of Color.
Yeah,
just not
no.
World of Color.
I want to see World of Color 1. It looks amazing, and they've somehow managed to get every single animated movie in one show. So I really want to see how they execute this.
I am very excited to see that though.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Okay, next one.
All
Caitlin,
right,
want to take it?
next up, if you could keep only new parades coming out every few years, like the current one that's coming, the Magic Happens Parade at Disneyland, or would you rather only be able to see Paint the Night? So
Okay.
new parades every couple of years, or see one that's been already at the park.
So just Paint the Night forever, though.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go new ones. As
Okay.
much as I love Paint the Night, I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's a fantastic parade. I would rather have new things come out every few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Though it's hard, though, because that's such a good show.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay, next question. Runaway Railway at Disneyland, or would you rather have Tron at Disneyland? So if you don't know this, Runaway Railway, again, is opening up around the 100th. It's not for the 100th anniversary, but it's around it, so it's related. And then Tron, same thing. It opens up in spring, April 4th or something like that.
I believe so,
April
yes.
something. So again, all opening up in the same celebration. So what would you rather have at Disneyland, Runaway Railway or Tron?
I would choose Runaway Railway.
Really? Okay,
I
this doesn't
love
surprise me.
that ride.
You do love that
It's I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, but it's one of my favorites.
ride. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go opposite again. I'm gonna go Tron.
Okay. I'm not
Because
surprised.
Yeah, I think we need more thrill rides over here, especially Disneyland. Disneyland needs another thrill ride. Do they even have one? Matterhorn would be considered.
I mean, Space Mountain.
That's true. Okay, we need a true coaster,
Yeah.
and I think that would be awesome in Tomorrowland. So I'm gonna go Tron.
Okay. All right. Next we have another show question. Would you rather see Wondrous Journeys fireworks show at Disneyland or a new fireworks show debuting at Epcot, which is coming later this year?
Yeah, we don't have a name for that yet. I looked just to see if anything's come out, and it not. They just said it basically is celebrating 100 years of wonder. That is all we have so far. And then Wondrous Journeys is this new spectacular will be complete with fireworks and projection, giving nods to all 60 Walt Disney Animation Studios films so far.
I know mine.
Okay. I'll go Wondrous Journeys.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
I just think there's something about seeing a fireworks show over the castle at Disneyland. And again, the fact that they're incorporating all those animated films, like I think it's going to be visually like stunning.
Yeah, and Disney always kills it with fireworks shows at the main, I would say Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. The Epcot shows, like the other parks, can kind of get iffy on quality, and not to say that they're bad,
Yeah.
but just like it was okay.
I think the only show that I think Epcot really like knocks it out of the park with is the light show that they do on the Epcot ball.
Yes.
That is absolutely beautiful.
I don't remember the name, but that is awesome.
So that's one that I definitely, but for some reason I just don't see like, oh, you want to go see that show at Epcot?
Yeah.
Like it's not a land that I think of.
Sure.
So
Good point. Okay, so if you could pick, would you rather have a reimagined Toontown or a reimagined Tomorrowland? So we're getting, it's not our choice, but we're getting a reimagined Toontown in Disneyland. But would you rather have them do Tomorrowland?
So I feel like I would have them reimagine Toontown.
Oh.
And here's why. Toontown is something that previously to the renovation, we did not really walk in. We didn't go in there. Like it was kind of just we'd randomly go in Roger Rabbit's.
Yeah,
and
we
ride
don't
it.
have little ones too. That's
Yes,
kind of a
so we
point.
don't.
Yeah.
So that's something that we would just never walk in. It was almost like a waste of space to us.
Sure.
However, Tomorrowland isn't our favorite, but like we still go in there for breakfast. We still walk around. We like the shops.
That's a good point.
So it's definitely something that, again, it needs to be updated, but it's something that it's still nostalgic to me. So I will walk through it.
Okay.
So Toontown for sure, because I had no desire to walk through.
A really good point. I did not think of it that way. I'm going to stick with my answer, though, still. I'm doing everything opposite this time. I'll go Tomorrowland, only because it's in dire need. It used to be my favorite land as a really, like when I first started going to the parks, because I was such a Star Wars freak. It was like for the first couple of years, Tomorrowland, and it just needs some love. It hasn't seen any improvements in a long time, so it's really overdue. So I'll go Tomorrowland.
Definitely let us know as well. Like, would you guys choose Toontown or Tomorrowland? Because I know that's a very big, like, everyone
Yeah.
wants Tomorrowland to
We
be.
need to go on. We need to ask some of these questions
Yes.
on Instagram. Maybe
Okay.
we can do that. Okay. Next one.
Ooh, okay. This is a good one. Would you rather have the 100th anniversary castle decor, which is currently only the concept art, because
Sure, we
we
haven't
haven't
seen it yet.
seen it
We haven't
yet,
seen it yet.
or would you select the 60th anniversary castle decor?
Which was awesome. It was blue, right?
Yes.
Like a royal blue.
Royal blue, and it was like bedazzled with like jewels
Yes.
type of thing.
I totally remember this. This is a fantastic question. This is hard. I'm going to go with actually the 100th, only because that purple thing they got going,
Okay.
for some reason, looks fantastic. And they're adding fountains. Come on. They're adding fountains in front of the castle. How can you beat that? As nostalgic as the 60th is, I'll go 100th castle decor.
Okay, so I'm actually going to go the opposite.
Okay.
I like the purple. It's not my favorite.
Oh.
Now, before everyone's like, whoa, it's not that it looks bad. It's going to look beautiful. But there's just something about the blue, like that royal blue. And do you remember that's when the castle was more pink? And it had more like turquoise blue tops rather than the dark royal blue tops that they have now.
You're right.
So it's just a different, like, I don't
Totally
know.
different look.
Different style. Again, I like the castle now, but I think I'm going to have to go with the 60th.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fair. Is it me? It's me next
Yes,
time. Okay.
you're up.
100th anniversary merchandise or 60th anniversary merchandise. So what we've seen so far, would you rather go back and grab that 60th in that style, or would you rather take this year's anniversary?
So, I would definitely choose the 100th anniversary.
Okay.
The new like hat ears are so cute.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan personally of like the chrome.
Look.
It almost looks
Yeah.
like it's dipped in chrome.
Sure.
Again, they're cute. They're just not for me. But definitely the 100th anniversary merch. I love the sweats. I love just everything.
Yeah, I'll have to agree. I guess this is probably not the fairest question, only because fashion evolves over time. And
I'm
so,
more based off colors.
Okay.
Like, I do have to say, though, the 60th anniversary, there was a T-shirt they came out with. It was white, and it had all of, kind of like, there was like the land in the front, and it
Okay.
had all the ride opening dates.
That was cool.
That was the coolest T-shirt ever.
Yeah, I didn't grab it, though.
No, I did not either.
It's always the ones that you don't get that you're like, I really wish I got that one.
Which, just a special announcement, if you ever like something at the park, just buy it. I cannot tell you how many times I have not listened to Caleb, and I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. I don't really like it. And I regret it, and it's never there.
I know.
So just buy it.
Just buy it.
Just
Okay.
get it.
I'll go 100th as well, just because I'm not as in tune with the merchandise, but I'll just trust you and go 100th. Final question. Caitlin, take it.
Okay, so lastly, would you rather celebrate the 100th anniversary at Disneyland or Disney World?
Disneyland, by
Okay.
far. Because Disney World, I don't think, is getting nearly as much love as Disneyland, and it's for fair reason. I think they just had their 50th, even though that wasn't a great big deal anyways, but they just had a huge anniversary celebration, so to, I think, pour way more money again into decorations probably doesn't make much sense. So I think we're getting a way bigger celebration on the West Coast. So I'll go Disneyland.
I would say Disneyland as
Yeah,
well.
as much as I want to visit Disney World and stuff, I think we're going to get a better experience.
Yeah, because
over
they
here.
just celebrated the 50th
Yeah.
over there.
So I
So.
think we're getting more of the 100th love.
Yeah.
And it's Walt's original park.
Yeah.
So
I can't
it
wait.
makes-
It's going to be, I can't wait to see the castle and everything.
Yes.
It's gonna be
It's going to
beautiful.
be awesome. But that brings us to the end. If you have any strong opinions and you're like, you picked the wrong one, bud, send us an Instagram message. I want to hear.
Yes.
I want to hear.
We
or
love
if-
hearing feedback.
Or if you're not that upset about it too, you can
Well, hopefully you're not upset.
listen here, young man. No, that was a blast, and I cannot wait to celebrate the 100th anniversary.
Yeah.
We're gonna barely miss it on this trip, but we'll be back in the springtime, and we'll celebrate the 100th anniversary.
Yes.
It'll be good. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us over on Instagram at Market House Podcast and Twitter at Market House Pod. Make sure to follow us over there for pictures from the park. We'll be there in about 2 days, so we're gonna have a lot of stories up. And I guess by the time you're hearing this, we'll
be
have
coming
already been there.
home.
But yes,
Yeah.
please, follow us anyways, and you'll be able to catch up on all of our stuff. Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, a giant help to the show. And thank you so much for doing that. Remember to use our undercover tourist link for your future trip bookings. Bunkings. I made up a new word. And again, that just supports the show and it saves you a few bucks.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.